Greetings! This is Darth Momo here. Let's say... So recently at New York Comic Con, they released this new Season 2 trailer for Star Wars Rebels. And I thought I'd do a breakdown to celebrate my recent increase in subscribers. So, but for those who haven't yet watched it, I will have it following this little snippet, and then I will review it. So, here we go.
I used to be out for myself and alone, but that's not who I am anymore.
You're on a different path now.
And I have you guys.
We're family.
Lord Vader. Dispatch Inquisitors to hunt the rebels. The Empire's looking everywhere for us.
We can't just run.
We're being pulled out of hyperspace.
It's a Star Destroyer!
No. That is something else. Lock down the spaceport.
We can't beat that blockade. Not without a better ship.
The Red Blades, they took her. They knew.
The Inquisitors are after these kids because they're like you, Ezra.
This is one of my most advanced designs, and it packs a punch.
If only we had more allies. I know someone.
My name is Rex, Captain, 501st Clone Battalion. Me Commanders Gregor and Wolf.
Fighting alongside soldiers isn't what I signed up for.
We are fighting a bigger fight.
My parents! They're out there, and I've got to find them!
We're soldiers. This is what we were born to do.
There are questions. Questions that need answering.
You are a Jedi.
I'm not really a Jedi.
Then be a pirate Jedi.
Still a bounty hunter, I see.
Tell me you don't miss it.
Ezra, your parents, they escaped.
The Empire put a bounty on you.
You gonna try to collect it?
What if you forget whose side you're on?
I would never be on their side.
I'm Clan Ren, House Vizsla. I seek justice through single combat.
How do we fight him?
Ezra, we were lucky to survive.
The apprentice of Anakin Skywalker lives.
Skywalker's apprentice could lead us to other lost Jedi.
Unexpected, but not unwelcome.
Okay, well that was just freaking awesome. I don't know what to say. I'm just mind blown. I don't think I've seen it. The only two trailers that I've seen that are as good as that were probably the trailers for Clone Wars Seasons 5 and 6. That was just epic. It beats the Force Awakens trailer. Now, okay, maybe I crossed the line, but I always do that. So, let's get right into the breakdown. So, the trailer starts out with Ezra saying, "I used to be out for myself and alone, but that's not who I am anymore." And Kanan says, "You're on a different path now." But notice during that opening shot, it shows him, as it shows here, he looks kind of depressed, sad, like he's lost someone. And while as much as it pains me to say it, it could look like he's lost Kanan. Or as well as possibly some other member of the Ghost crew. As sad as that would be, it's possible it is true. But the lighting on this shot, look at that little corner in the upper left hand corner. You can kind of see the night out. That lighting, the whole shot is just perfect. And kind of move on after that little sequence, and we have what looks like the blockade runner, but going through hyperspace. But as you can, the colors are different. Kind of the exact same as when Kanan and Ezra had to drop out of hyperspace in the Phantom in the episode Gathering Forces. Here's another shot of that once they're fully out, and that just looks awesome. And now we've got this new Imperial ship, this new vessel. And it pulled them out, as Commander Sato said, we're being pulled out of hyperspace. And my guess is this is an Imperial interdictor. I think I pronounced that right. But first shown canonically in Heir to the Jedi, as being able to pull its target out of hyperspace. Now it has low defenses, but nevertheless, it's impressive what it can do. Next up, we have a new shot which shows the two Inquisitors coming onto a ship, not unlike the one we saw in Spark of Rebellion, and it shows a bunch of citizens and this one citizen who's holding her little girl. Then the next shot we've got is a B-Wing. Both of those 2 points I've just kind of mentioned constantly kind of reappear in that trailer. The first one next shows the Inquisitors taking the child, and then later shows the citizen speaking to Ahsoka saying, the Red Blades, they took her. And then Kanan says that Inquisitors are after these kids because they are like you, Ezra. So it kind of shows, which is something kind of we saw briefly in the prologue of Spark of Rebellion, where Darth Vader tells the Inquisitor to retrieve Force sensitives. That appears that's what the Inquisitors are doing. And in this other shot, the B-Wing, we see it, something we did not see in Return of the Jedi when we first saw it. We see it does some sort of laser thing, kind of a little like the Death Star, how the multiple lasers come out and coordinate their attack, and boom! And it looks like we're going to have an Origin of the B-Wing episode, which will be pretty cool from the looks of it. Next shot, who could forget this? We got classic clones Wolf, Gregor, and Rex. Wolf, and you can still see he's got a cybernetic eye. But, I mean, while the character design on them may be a little, different, nevertheless, it is still awesome to see these guys back, and I looking forward to see how they went about Order 66, and how they kind of ended up on here. Is there any more clones? Kind of looking forward to seeing that. Next shot, and I thought I'd include it just because of how reminiscent it is of The Empire Strikes Back. If any good Star Wars Rebels fan knows that Filoni has stated that if Season 1 represents A New Hope, Season 2 very well represents The Empire Strikes Back. And this shot just really helps embrace that fact, because this, despite the background, this is exactly how the AT-ATs look in Empire Strikes Back on their attack on the Rebel base on the planet of Hoth. This next shot, which was a big one, it reveals that this looks more like a flashback of some sort. The kind of editing on it looks similar to Ezra's vision in the episode Vision of Hope, but his parents are alive, and that is something that looks critical. This guy, his dad, as fans noted, he he sounded a lot like a clone. But if we go back and we look at our shot here of Rex, Gregor, and Wolf, you can see very well that they have brown eyes. But back to his parents, you can see that his dad has bluish eyes, at least from the look of it. So how that's going to play out, I'm not sure. It's hard to tell if he looks like a clone or not because of the difference in the CGI. But I guess all is to be revealed. Next shot, sorry for the blurriness, but okay, I just had to include that in there. Seeing Rex put his helmet back on is just awesome. Now, notice how his little antenna thing is missing. I wonder if that was intentional or an accident or something. But, I mean, recently in a trailer I uploaded from the Season 1 DVD, you see Ezra wearing Rex's helmet. We never seen Rex wear his helmet in Rebels, and this something that is just The clones are back. Captain Rex lives. Another shot we have is when Ahsoka is investigating a ship overplaced by her line of there are questions that need answering. What's she's looking at, her hand is touching, looks like lightsaber blade marks. Now, that line that I just briefly mentioned is when she says to Kanan about the Sith Lord, how she's kind of on the hunt for him. And that little shot right before this one in the trailer shows her on the hunt, kind of investigating. This next shot, Ezra kind of getting all, just fierce in attack mode. I just love how, and right before this is Hondo's line of, you are a Jedi? And then Ezra says, but he says, I'm not really a Jedi. And that's overmouthed by this shot, which kind of helps embrace that. As Filoni says, what is Ezra going to do with his power? Is he going to join the dark side? Is he not? What's going to play out with that? And then we get a shot, the introduction of the new bounty hunter. I may make a separate video of my theories, but her voice sounds a lot like that of Bo-Katan Kryze, and obviously Sabine has history with this bounty hunter, as did still a bounty hunter I see. So, I suppose that this is probably Bo-Katan. Next shot kind of shows a palace, kind of like ones we see in Theed of Naboo. So, I'm wondering, will we take a trip to Naboo? I do not know, but I guess we'll find out. This next shot, when Kanan, and as D. Bradley Baker and Dave Filoni have said, they don't really like each other. Rex, he's served better, and Kanan, he dislikes him because of Order 66. And so they kind of get at it with each other, and Kanan's line is, what if you forget whose side you're on? And Rex says, I would never be on their side. So, I'm just looking forward to see how their kind of banter and their little disagreements play out. Our next shot, back to kind of the Mandalorian stuff, Sabine's line in this trailer shot is, I am of Clan Ren, House Vizsla, which further embraces my theory that that bounty hunter is Bo-Katan, because Bo-Katan is, well, she's of Clan Kryze. She did serve Death Watch, who was basically Clan Vizsla. And Clan Vizsla, I'm guessing the same thing as House Vizsla, but, so it's possible that Sabine knows that bounty. What's interesting is how she states of House Vizsla. Is she a Vizsla? But how her Mandalorian history will play out, that will be interesting, as we can see some of the Mandalorians in the background, as well as the fact how how it's been stated that she was born 2 years roughly before the end of the Clone Wars, so around the time of the Cadets episode on Mandalore, the Academy and Corruption. Next shot, just the other side of that previous shot with Sabine facing this one Mandalorian. And then we see Gauntlet Fighters. That is just awesome. I'm really hoping that Sabine's past kind of has somewhat to do with Darth Maul. And while this may be, I was a little disappointed at the amount of Siege of Lothal shots put in here. I was hoping they would kind of move on to, since we've already seen the Siege of Lothal, but this is still, it's just classic Star Wars, this shot of Darth Vader and the stormtroopers behind him. Very reminiscent of Operation Nightfall, Anakin Skywalker leading the 501st on the attack on the Jedi Temple. Then we get this new shot, white, and you can kind of see an outline of what seems to be Ahsoka Tano. Will it be her? We get the shot of the Inquisitors. Notice how that one looks kind of angry, and she, well, as previously confirmed, she is a Mirialian, same species as Luminara Unduli and Barriss Offee. Here's a shot of them. Kind of, now back to this shot. I feel that, and I'll do a separate video on this, but that this Inquisitor is none other than Barriss Offee. Then we see that it is Ahsoka Tano who seems to be confronting these two Inquisitors. We get a shot of her igniting her white lightsabers, which look awesome. It's just so awesome to see Ahsoka back in action. Then we see her in another attack position. And on the last main shot I'm going to show, her wrestling that new Inquisitor, the Seventh Sister. Well, that's all I've got for you guys today. Thanks for joining me on the Darth Momo YouTube channel. And keep up to the updates for this channel, as I will probably be doing a couple fan theory videos, as well as my weekly Star Wars Rebels Season 2 review videos. Once again, thank you for joining me. Darth Momo, out. Go ahead, if you liked the video, click on that subscribe button. Subscribe to more of the channel, more Star Wars bits, upcoming features. And always go ahead, hit that like button and comment.